So I was talking about paper towns. Now last year I reviewed The Fault in Our Stars, which I didn't like, which I felt like was about two kids with cancer, and I thought that movie was kind of just, again, it had the same problem this one does. It's just teenagers able to just run all over the world and do whatever they want to do, and no parental guidance, no nothing. There are never consequences. Both movies have the same exact problem. There are never consequences for what they do. No one ever gets arrested. No one ever gets in trouble. This movie is worse than that one. I don't know. I think I said out loud in the theater when it was over, thank God that's over. Oh, this movie frustrated me. So let's move on to trailers, because I'm done talking about paper towns. I got 6 trailers this time. The first one was The Intern, which stars Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. And apparently she works for a company and he's her new intern. And I don't know if this happens, but the movie seems to be suggesting that they have a romance. And if you see the trailer, you see that it's not just a May December. This is like a May next March. I hope they don't have a romance, because I like Robert De Niro and I like Anne Hathaway, but I don't want to watch her. I don't want to watch her cavort around with Paw Paw. The next one is Daddy's Home, which is that stupid trailer, or that stupid movie with Will Ferrell. He plays the stepfather to a group of kids, and their real dad is played by Mark Wahlberg, who's like the greatest dad in the world, and the movie is this competition between the two. And it turned me off. It looks like a bunch of just... I hate movies about people whose basic function is to embarrass themselves. I can't stand that, which basically makes up most of Will Ferrell's filmography. The third trailer was a movie called Visit. And I have such high hopes for this. It looks like it's about two kids who go to their grandparents' house, and the grandparents seem like nice people, but they tell them don't stay up past 9:30. But something happens with the grandparents that they turn evil. They turn what seems to be bloodthirsty. But the reason I want this to work is because I want to see another good movie by M. Night Shyamalan, who directed this. I really, really, really want him to come back, because he is a good filmmaker. He's not a very good writer, but I want the Shyamalan of The Sixth Sense and Signs and Unbreakable. I want to see him come back. I want to see him make a comeback, and it's... I would like to think this is it. The movie doesn't look like it, but I have hopes. The fourth one looked really interesting. It's a movie called Goosebumps, and it's about exactly what you think it's about. It's about two kids who move in next door to R.L. Stine, played by Jack Black. And inadvertently one of them opens one of his books, and all of the characters from his books spring forth. And it looks really interesting. It looks like a really interesting variation on Jumanji, which I didn't like that movie, but I've read a couple of R.L. Stine's books. I read them when I was a kid, and it looks like it could be a lot of fun. You know, a good scare comedy. We need one of those. I haven't had one of those in a long time, but it looked really interesting. The fifth one is Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials, which I can't really talk about because I haven't seen the Maze Runner, nor have I read the book. Maze Runner is actually on my DVR. I haven't seen it yet, but so I really can't comment on it. And the last one is the trailer that I'm getting hit with every single time I go see anything, which is Fantastic Four. Which, if you saw my Ant-Man Goes to Baskin-Robbins review, basically I want this to work because I hated both of the Fantastic Four movies. And I really, really, really want this to work because I have such hopes for all of Marvel's properties. And I'm looking forward to this. I wish they'd add a different villain instead of Doctor Doom, because every Fantastic Four movie always has to go back to Doctor Doom, and they have such an interesting rogues gallery of villains. But anyway, that's trailers. Stay away from Paper Towns. This is the stupidest movie. I'm still aggravated about it. I saw it at a discount showing, and boy, I'm glad I did, because I do not want to pay full price for this nonsense. But anyway, don't see that. If you haven't seen it, go see Inside Out. That's the best movie out right now. Go see Ant-Man. I think you'll really like Ant-Man. But anyway, that's what I gotta say. And I'll see you next time. Bye.